how trauma change your brain and how to heal it. Do you suffer from your past failures and negative experiences, that something happened to you in the past and now you feel that same emotions and also think about that and you suffer from that and look for a solution? If it's the case, be here. I'm going to teach you on this whiteboard. Firstly, I'm going to talk about why it happens to you and how you can solve this problem. I know most of us, myself also, I had also a lot of traumas. We have a lot of negative and bad experiences, the so-called trauma. So here, be here. Let's say this circle represents our head and this represents our body. We all know that we have our five senses. We have our five senses, and we, as a mankind, as a human being, we are living on this planet. We have a lot of negative things. We know we are going through all these challenges, experiences. They are positive and negative. But here we have one key. We, human beings, we have tendency and willingness to repeat and remember negative experiences because of what? Because of the power of neuropathways. We have brain cells. We have billions of brain cells in our brain. Okay? In these brain cells, we have recorded our past experiences, positive and negative. And now, in our brain here, we have a memory of the past. Let's say somebody told you or talked with you or behaved with you in a very horrible way. Maybe something happened in your life. It is too bad. I understand you. I can feel your pain even. But here, one thing that you should understand, it's that negative experience has been recorded in one of your brain cells, and by repetition, you have created a complex system of brain cells or neural pathways. Here, you have created a lot of brain cells, neural pathways that are interconnected regarding that trauma. And now what happens? Your brain, as an electronic switching station, is taking frequencies or receiving frequencies all the time. Your brain is receiving frequencies all the time. Okay? And these frequencies, they are affecting your consciousness based on the data that you take from your five senses. Okay? You here have five senses. Here is environment. You look at the environment, it is either positive or negative. You feed back all these data via your five senses to your brain here in your consciousness. In your consciousness, you create either positive or negative idea in your consciousness. And then what happens? Let's say here, either you have positive or negative. Both of these ideas, they are going to activate. They are going to do what? Activate some of the old memories of the past, the so-called traumas. To do what? To keep you thinking about what you don't want, or about what happened many years ago, about what he or she had done or said. You are living in the past. You are not at the present moment. As a mankind, you are not at the present moment, you are living in the past. How it happens, the energy flows to your brain, you have your current memory, and you have your 5 senses. They take information via environment, feeds back these data into your brain, and brain activates the old memories of the past, and then you have activated it is very big, a big neural pathways that have recorded the information about your past trauma. And now your brain is thinking. It is thinking, and also it's transmitting. Your brain is transmitting vibrational frequencies of what you are thinking and feeling. You are emotionally engaged with that destructive idea, the so-called trauma. Your brain is transmitting frequencies. It goes, and then these frequencies put your body, this is your body, in a vibration. The vibration is either positive or negative. Look, positive or negative. Based on what? Based on the way you transmit the frequency. It's based on how you think, how you feel. It makes you sick. It makes you mentally feel foggy. You're going to lose with this situation to do what? In fact, you're letting your 5 senses take information via your environment to activate some parts of your past failures to keep you thinking about the past trauma. The more you think, the more you make that neural pathways more stronger, more powerful. And then tomorrow you're going to think automatically. You are on automatic mood because of the neural pathways. They are energy channels, and they are taking information via the energy that flows to your brain. What can you do? You have one privilege, but are you willing to do that? I'm going to teach you, but are you willing to do that? Let me know in the comments and be here. Look, how can we stop our past traumas? What to do? We all have past traumas. What to do? I want to tell you and teach you here a key. It's a key, but you have to firstly learn it and start practicing it for your own success. What do I mean? Here you have a memory. We have in our memory past negative experiences. What can we do? What should we do? In fact, we must purify. We must purify our memory from the past negative experiences or failures. We must purify purify. But how can we do that? To be honest, we cannot too easily go purify our memory. But don't be sad. We have a technique to overcome current negative memory. The technique is too simple, but you should use it if you want to receive results. Not one time, consistently. You have to be persistent. That technique, simply saying, is to start using your own imagination to act as if it was impossible to fail. Simply saying, you must have too much confidence. And confidence comes from self-knowingness. You gotta know who you are and what you are capable of doing. Otherwise, you won't be able to do what you want to do. The first step is self-awareness, self-knowingness, self-mastery. If you do so, you're going to create what you want. Otherwise, you're going to fail. And you're going to keep stuck in your trauma. And that trauma is going to keep your life forever, and you're going to lose your life because of ignorance. But you have the privilege and knowingness, understanding to do what? To keep studying and learning about yourself, that you have the power now, you now have that power, habit, to start thinking positively by your imagination. You should use imagination constructively. You should use your imagination constructively in a way that it is impossible to fail. Act as if impossible to fail. In that case, you have a positive memory. Look, what kind of memory? If you start knowing yourself, understand who you are, then you are going to know in deep who you are. As time goes on, you're going to create a lot of positive neural pathways about yourself. And then, what will happen? Your new memory, based on what you imagine, is going to become more powerful in neural pathways. The neural pathways is going to become more powerful, and you are going to override your current paradigm that keeps you stuck, keeps you fail, keeps you to procrastinate, not to act, not to move, keeps you to be in a stagnant position, keeps you poor. But by using your own imagination, you are going to create what you want. You have the power. You can imagine. Can't you? If you can, then why don't you imagine? Don't say it is childish. It is not for children. It is for you. Lord God, this energy has created and generated us in this specific way to use our powerful imagination to imagine what I want, what we want, in order to create brain cells to do what? To let the pure energy activate our neural pathways about what we have imagined. You got it what I mean? And then we are going to have a marvelous situation in our life to do what? To eliminate all traumas of the past and to create exactly what we want. That's the key. Here you have the memory. We have to purify the memory through what? Through imagination. Look, imagination. We have to purify our memory through imagination. To do what? To create new brain cells in our brain. Look, here we have brain cells. These brain cells that we have, we are going to create through our imagination. Okay? And then what will happen? Then the pure energy is going to flow to your brain. Look, the pure energy is going to flow to your brain to activate these brain cells that you have imagined your perfect experience, not the trauma. If you keep doing this, as time goes on, you are going to overwrite your current trauma. It takes a lot of mental toughness and readiness. You gotta study about yourself, who you are, to know who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, then your ignorance is going to destroy your life, make you failure. And you will have nothing to present. Use your imagination to create experiences that you want. Forget the trauma. How? By your own imagination. If you love this video, share me your ideas. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this teaching, this lesson, help you to solve your trauma. Let me know, share this video with other people, and also put your comments and subscribe the channel if you haven't. Love you all, and see you in the next videos.